Where do I even begin on my fitness journey? If you found yourself asking this question, then this video is for you. I'm gonna break it down in this video, how to get started on your fitness journey in the simplest way, a sustainable way that you and anyone can do. I promise, if I can do it, you can do it. I'm not any more special than you are, so you can do it. You just gotta put in a little work and believe in yourself. So let's go ahead, hop into the video, and we're gonna break it down into some actionable steps that y'all can do starting today to get started on your fitness journey. So section number 1, where to begin? Like, what should you do? Well, the first thing you should do is you should start with a goal. Like, what is your goal? What do you want to do? Why do you want to get in shape? Why do you want to start your fitness journey? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to build muscle? Do you want to train for a specific event? Like, what is it you want to do? Do you want to lose 50 pounds? Do you want to increase your bench press max? Do you want to be able to fit in your favorite pair of jeans that you used to wear back in the day that you can't fit in anymore? Like, what is that goal? Like, why do you want to do it? What's got you thinking, hey, I need to get in better shape? Maybe you just need to get healthier. Maybe you have a lot of health problems, health issues. Maybe you're just tired of going to the doctor's office and you want to get in better shape and be healthier. That's okay. You need to figure that out. It's going to be different depending on who you are, obviously. So there's going to be 3 steps. The next step you want to do is focus on movement over perfection. Because guess what? Getting healthier, it's just about getting movement in throughout your day. It's not necessarily about being perfect in your fitness journey. Because guess what? I'll be the first one to tell you, it's not going to be perfect. Like, you're not going to be perfect. Nobody's perfect in their fitness journey. So stop trying to be perfect. Just focus on your movement. And yes, it's going to include your workouts, your training. But the more we can be, the more we can move, the better. You don't need any fancy gym equipment or a gym membership. You need to just start small, start simple. And my number 1 suggestion for you would be start with going for a walk every day, 30-minute walk, and then you can decrease that from there. Or you could do a little body weight workout at home. Do some pull-ups, some dips, some push-ups, some squats. Start there. Especially if you're a very beginner, these body weight exercises are gonna be great for you. They're gonna do a lot more than what you realize. You don't have to have all the fancy weights and gym memberships to get in a really good exercise, especially at that beginning stage. Just move your body. That's the key for number 2. And number 3, you gotta learn the basics of nutrition. Nutrition. To me, nutrition is gonna be like 80% of your fitness journey. Yeah, your workouts are very important, I agree. But nutrition is going to be critical. You cannot out-train a bad diet. You've probably heard that before. You can't do it. Because if you go in the gym and you work out as hard as possible and say you burn 500 calories in one workout, that's pretty good. 500 calories for a workout, that's a lot of calories to burn in one given workout session. But guess what? It takes you about 30 seconds to eat 500 calories. It really does. It's so hard. It's so easy to consume a lot of calories. That's because foods today they're just very calorie dense. So yeah, you can erase your whole workout by going and eating a buttload of calories. So we got to learn the principles of dieting, of nutrition. So my suggestion is don't try any of these diets that you see online. Do they work? Yes, they work. But the reason they do work is because most of the time they're cutting out a complete whole food group. And this is not ideal. I mean, yeah, you can do it and some of them are sustainable, but for 99% of the people, you're gonna quit eventually. Like, you're not gonna do that forever. You're cutting out some of your favorite foods. You're cutting out a whole food group. I know one of the popular ones is keto. You're literally cutting out all your carbs. Well, if you're like me, you like carbs. But guess what? You don't have to cut them out. You can still eat carbs and hit your fitness goals at the same time, I promise. So literally, just start by adding whole foods. What is whole foods? It's single ingredient foods. Foods that were on the earth when cavemen were roaming the earth. So think of that. If it grows in the ground, if it roams the earth, if it's an animal, like, that's a whole food. Single ingredient, one source food that has not been processed in any way. So think fruits, vegetables, meats, things like this. Fish, these are gonna be great options. Gonna be whole foods. They're gonna be very satiating. They're gonna make you feel full, and they're gonna be lower in calories. They're not gonna be processed, not gonna be a bunch of junk that you don't need. So learn these nutrition basics, and you're gonna be on the right path. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot, stay hydrated, drink your water. That's key. Water is gonna be key for everything you do, no matter what you're training for, what your goal is, build muscle, lose weight, sleep better, whatever. Drink water. I promise it's gonna go a long ways. So for the next section, we're gonna jump into what not to do. What should you not do when starting your fitness journey? Well, number one, the first thing you shouldn't do is you shouldn't compare yourself to others. And my favorite analogy for this is you can't compare your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 10. Because guess what? That person that's on chapter 10, they started right where you're at on chapter 1, on their chapter 1. And they worked their way up to chapter 10. But guess what? You hadn't done that yet. So you're not able to compare yourself to their chapter 10 because you ain't there. You're still on chapter 1. So remember that. Like, don't compare yourself to others. They started right where you're at. I promise. They're doing the same things. They did the same things that you're doing right now. They just did it a while ago, and now they've progressed, and they're farther on their journey. But guess what? You'll get there. As long as you keep reading it page by page, flip through the chapters, and you do it right, you'll get to that same spot too. I promise. You just got to stick to it. Don't compare your fitness journey to anybody else's fitness journey because nobody's the same. Everybody has different paths. Everybody has different lifestyles. Everybody has different bodies, things like that. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's no point comparing yourself to anybody else because you're not like anybody else. You're unique. You're your own body, your own person. So your fitness journey is tailored specifically to you and nobody else. Number 2, don't overdo it. This is one that I'm pretty bad about. I tend to overtrain, and I know it, but that's just because I'm a fitness junkie. I like it. I love it. Like, that's what I do. That's like I think of fitness like a hobby. Like how most people like to, you may like to go fishing or hunting or go to the movies or something. Well, I like to work out. That's just what I do. Yeah, I know you can call me weird. It is what it is. I know it, but don't overdo it. Listen to your body. If you're sore, give that muscle a break. If you're extremely exhausted, you may need to take a day off. If you're injured, obviously you don't want to go. Don't work out if you're injured. But at the same time, don't be soft. Don't like get one little, don't stump your toe or something and say, oh, I can't go to the gym for a month because I stubbed my toe. Be realistic. Just don't overdo it. You know when going too hard is too much. Yeah, and it's good to go hard sometimes, but you don't need to go hard every single day because you're going to destroy your body and it's going to be hard for you to recover. So don't overdo it. That's number 2. And number 3, don't fall for any quick fixes. If something's promising some insane results within a few days or a short period of time, it's probably not going to work. It's probably too good to be true. And that's just being realistic. Fitness is not a sprint. It is a marathon. It is going to take you a long time to see your fitness goals. And unfortunately, that's just how it works. I know that's not what you want to hear, but it's going to take time. You're going to have to be patient. You're going to have to put in the work. You're going to have to do it on days you don't want to. You're going to have to eat healthy when you don't want to. You're going to have to skip on that cheat meal on days that you don't want to. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's going to take some work. It's not going to be easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it. Everybody would be in shape, but they're not because it's not easy. But you can do it. It's not, once you learn the principles and the basics of it, then it is pretty easy. It's pretty simple. You just have to work on it over time. You can do it, I promise. So in this next section, I want to debunk some common fitness myths that people think or have heard before when they're first getting started. That's not necessarily true. So I want to bring these up to your attention so you can avoid them. Myth number 1, you need to work out for hours for it to be a good workout. That's completely wrong. If all you have is 20 minutes, work out for 20 minutes. That 20 minutes is going to do you wonders, way better, way more than taking the whole day off. You don't have to go to the gym for 2 hours. Like, that's not necessary. You're going to overdo it like we talked about in the last section. So when you're first starting out, I would suggest maybe 30 minutes if you're very, very beginner. And then once you've been training for a while, I would say an hour. An hour is a good amount of time. You really don't need to train for longer than an hour. If you're in there for longer than an hour, you're probably just wasting time, to be honest. You're probably playing on your phone in between sets, doing things you don't necessarily need to do. You can get a really good workout in an hour. Now that is going to depend on what kind of training you're doing. If you're doing more bodybuilding style training where you're taking more rest in between, or powerlifting training, obviously that's going to take a little more time. I personally work out about an hour and a half, but I'm doing full body workouts. So it's a little different. So you have to figure it out for yourself. But yeah, if you only have 30 minutes, do a 30-minute workout. If you only have 20 minutes, do a 20-minute workout. You don't have to work out for hours. It's definitely a myth. Whatever time you have, use that time wisely. Use it to your advantage because something is better than nothing. Myth number 2, you have to eat perfectly to see results. That's 100% not true. Now, I will say you probably need to follow the 80-20 rule. So you need to eat good 80% of the time, and then you can eat what you want the other 20% of the time. You don't want to get that ratio out of balance because if you're eating not healthy more than you're eating healthy, well, you're probably not gonna see results. But as long as you're doing it consistently over time, then yeah, you probably will see results in the long run. You don't have to be perfect. You can have that cheat meal on the weekend. Just don't have a cheat meal every single day. But yeah, you don't have to eat perfect. I still eat sweets. I eat desserts. I eat junk food. I just do it. I do it sparingly, and I'm smart about it. I save it for special occasions and things like that. So just be smart with what you're eating. You don't have to be perfect. You can still enjoy those foods that you love. I'm an ice cream person. I love ice cream. I still eat ice cream to this day. You just got to find healthier options. Like I use a Ninja Creamy and I make my own ice creams, and it's a lot more healthier for me. It has more protein, less calories. So there's ways around it. You can still make sweets, things that are less calories, and you can still have that like sweet tooth. I know a lot of us do. So you can still have that. You just can't do it all the time. You can't go crazy with it. And myth number 3, cardio is the only way to lose weight. That's absolutely false. And I would actually suggest that you don't rely on cardio to lose weight. Is cardio a good way to lose weight? Yes. It burns a lot of calories. It is a good way to burn more calories and lose weight. It is. But over time, your body's gonna get used to that. Your body's gonna adapt, and you're gonna get to a point where you plateau and you can't burn calories anymore from doing a bunch of cardio. What I would suggest is focus on your strength training as well. Building muscle is gonna be very, very important for your weight loss journey, because building muscle is gonna help you build your metabolism. Building your metabolism is gonna allow you to eat more food. You're gonna burn more calories throughout the day. I'm not gonna get too into the science of it because you ain't there yet, but just know that yes, you can lose weight doing cardio, but strength training is just as important as well. Now let's talk about the mental side of things. When people start their fitness journey, they have a lot of self-limiting beliefs. Well, we're here to overcome those self-limiting beliefs, because that's what they are. They're self-limiting beliefs. They're not true. They're just what you're telling yourself to be true and that you think's true, but it's not. And the first one of these self-limiting beliefs is, I'm too out of shape. I've already gone too far. I've gotten too fat, too out of shape, too unhealthy. Well, I'm here to tell you, you can still correct that. It's not too late. You can still lose weight. It don't matter how old you are. It don't matter how overweight you are. It don't matter how bad your health is right now. You can overcome it, I promise. And you should. If you've gotten to that point to where you think it's too bad, well, you're definitely the person that needs to start your fitness journey, because it can always get better. Especially if you're at that point, it can definitely improve. So I'm too out of shape is not an excuse. You can't use that anymore. That's not valid. It's not a valid excuse. So stop telling yourself that and stop using that as an escape, because it's not valid. Number 2, I don't have enough time. Let me go ahead and tell you, you do have enough time. You just ain't making it a priority. You're not making the time. Guess what? I have 24 hours in my day. You have 24 hours in your day. If I can do it in my day, you can do it in your day. It's all about priorities. You will make time for the things that is a priority in your life. Period. Point blank, period. Let me prove that to you. If you have kids, guess what? You're taking care of them kids. I guarantee you are. Because guess what? Your kids are a priority in your life. And that's good. That's a good thing. They should be a priority in your life. You're not going to not feed your kids tonight because they're not a priority. You're going to feed them because they are a priority. Well, guess what? Your fitness needs to be, or not even your fitness, your health needs to be a priority just as important as your kids. You need to make time for it. But okay, you may be thinking, well, where am I going to get this extra time? You're going to have to sacrifice some time. You may have to sacrifice a hobby. You may have to sacrifice going out with your friends. You may have to sacrifice, scrolling on social media, wasting time after work, taking a nap. You may have to sacrifice your nap, your afternoon nap, to go to the gym to work out, or get a gym workout in at home. You're gonna have to make sacrifices, point blank, period. If other people can fit it in their day, you can fit it in your day. I promise you, you can. Some of the most successful people in the world are very, very, very busy, probably way busier than you are, and they still get their exercise in and take their health seriously. So if these high function people can do it, you can do it too. I don't have enough time. It's not an excuse, so stop using it. So number 3, this is one that I think a lot of you probably have, and I've done it before, I've tried before in the past, and I failed in the past, so I'm more than likely just gonna fail again. And that's kind of your limiting belief that stops you from working out. You tried in the past, it didn't work, or you tried in the past and it worked, and then you fell off 3 months later. Well, guess what? The more at bats you get, the more chances you have to hit a home run. The more chances you have to get it right. So just because you failed in the past, don't mean you're gonna fail again. Because guess what? Going back to the successful business owner example, guess what? Most business owners, the business they own now is not the first business they started. This is probably the second, third, fourth business they have owned or tried to grow, and they finally figured it out. Because guess what? They took another at bat. They got up to the plate and they swung again. And they struck out 3, 4, 5 times, and guess what? 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th time, they finally figured it out. Well, that's how it works in your fitness journey too. It may not have worked the first time you try to work out. It may not have worked the first time you tried some new diet. It may not have worked out when you tried CrossFit or something new and shiny. Well, that's not the last try. It's not your last at bat. You can get up again. You can do it again. You can try again. Try something different. Learn from what you did the first time, why it didn't work, and try it again. It's not that hard. You got to figure out the fundamentals, and it will work. And you got to stick to it. It's a long game. Don't think that this is like a short-term fix. Don't think that your health is a few months, 3 months, 6 months. No, your health should be the rest of your life. Like these fundamentals that you want to build in your fitness journey will last you the rest of your life, and they should. You should do it. You should be working on your health for the rest of your life, period. It's not a 3-month, 6-month, 1-year-long trial and error period. It's none of that. It's making sustainable, healthy habits that will literally last you a lifetime. And that's what it's about. And that's gonna bring us to action steps. Action steps that you can take to put these fundamentals into place. And number one, the first action step is figure out what your why is. What is your why? What's your reason that you want to get healthy, to work on your fitness, to improve? It may be getting healthier to live longer so you can spend more time with your kids, or getting healthier so you can go outside and run around with your kids, or maybe you have some kind of special health issue that you need to fix. You may not feel very good all the time. You may be tired all the time. You may just have a drive to get faster while you're running, or get stronger, or just to lose weight, to look better, to feel better, be more confident. Figure out your why. That's step number one, because that's what's going to push you through. That's what's going to motivate you, because there's going to be days you want to quit, and on that day that you want to quit, that's when you'll think about your why, and that'll make you keep going and push through all the hard times. Number two, your next action step. You want to schedule your workouts. Schedule them. Put them on your calendar, just like you do meetings at work, just like you do taking your kids to the doctor, just like you do making any other appointment or going to church on the weekends. It's all fit into your calendar. So guess what? Put your workouts in your calendar. They should be a priority, and they should be scheduled, because things that are planned out, they get done. If you don't plan it out, it's probably not going to get done. So schedule your workout, fit it in. And this way you have no excuse, because if you put it on your calendar, then you know at that time, that's what you're doing. You're going to the gym, or you're working out at home, or you're going for a walk, going for a run, whatever. Like that time is scheduled for your workout. So this is just like a little mental hack. Scheduling out makes you more likely to do it. So sketch out your workouts. That's number two. Number three, track your progress. This is a big one too, because if you're not tracking your progress, you're not going to see how much progress you're making. Because guess what? When you start seeing that progress, that's going to motivate you even more. It's going to push you and want you to do more, to see what else you can do, to achieve more, to keep going. Because I promise, when you look in the mirror and you can tell you've dropped that first 20 pounds, you're going to look like a whole new person, and you're going to be proud of yourself. You're going to be happy. And yeah, when you're first getting started, you can probably just look in the mirror and see different results, but you also want to track it. I suggest using progress photos. That's the best way, in my opinion, to track your results. So go ahead today, take a photo in the mirror. If you're male, do it without your shirt on. If you're female, do whatever you're comfortable with, but take a progress photo. You ain't got to show it to nobody. You ain't got to send it to nobody. Don't post it nowhere. Save it in your camera roll and save that for a progress photo. And do this either once a month, once a week, once every other week, whatever time period you want to do. And because this is the best way to see results, because you'll be able to compare those photos side by side. When you're looking in the mirror every day, you won't see the progress as much because you see it every day. But when you can compare a photo from today to a month ago, then you'll be able to see it better. So that's my way of tracking progress, in my opinion, is progress photos. Or if you're trying to get stronger, write down your workouts. Write down your weights, your how many sets you're doing, how many reps you're doing, and things like that. if you're trying to improve your weight. So track it. Figure out whatever your goal is, find a way to track that progress, and that's gonna be step number 3. Step number 4 is to find a community. Find a community. Because it's a lot easier to do things when you have somebody to do it with. Either a workout buddy, it may be a workout class, it may be a new gym that you're going to, whatever. It may be work. People at work may like to do some kind of fitness, working out, walking, whatever. Maybe family. I just actually got done doing a family walk just now, right before I'm recording this. My wife and her family, we all went walking, did 3 miles. So find a community, find somebody you can do it with, find a workout buddy, partner, group class. It could be online. There's tons of fitness groups online. Join one, start messaging people in there or posting on there. Say, hey, I need an accountability partner. I need somebody to hold me accountable, and I need somebody to kind of push me, somebody we can talk through things, figure out things, work through them together. So find you a community, whatever that looks like for you. You know there's somebody in your life right now that's into fitness, that's into working out, eating healthy, whatever. Ask them, say, hey, let's get a workout in one day. Can you teach me some things? Can you show me what you do? Can you show me what you eat? Things like that. And learn from other people. I still do that today. I've been working out for over 11 years now, and I'm still learning every single day. So remember, your fitness journey is about progress. It's not about perfection. And it's a long period of time. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Just be consistent over time, and you will see results. I promise you will, if you're doing it correctly. Start small. Stay consistent, and don't be afraid to ask for help. Ask somebody. Just do it. It's not that hard. People love to help you, especially when it comes to fitness. They want to show you what they know, what they've learned. They want to be able to help other people because we're all in this together. So if you found this video helpful, go ahead and drop me a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave me a comment down below. Have you already started your fitness journey? Are you going to start your fitness journey? Or if you got any questions, let me know. I'll answer them down in the comments. I try to get back to everybody that leaves a comment. Y'all let me know. And y'all go crush your goals. You got this. I promise you. I believe in you. You can do it. Stop making excuses. Go out there, chase your dreams, crush your goals. Y'all got it. Peace, love, protein. We out.